Well, it was a very disappointing 2015 for the Gold Coast Suns, but the silver lining of that black cloud is an early selection, and there is a bid pending because they are going after one of the GWS Academy boys.
Yeah, this is Jacob Hopper, who played this year for North Ballarat, had an outstanding season, obviously part of the GWS Academy. He's an in and under hard-winning midfielder who also spreads really hard outside the contest. He also takes marks and kicks goals forward. I actually liken him, Jason, a little bit to Patrick Dangerfield, the way that he plays. He's that good.
Well, if he's anything like that, they will do that very comfortably then, matching the bid.
Yes, and it's all they need to do. They'll lose 11, which they hold at the minute, the Giants, and gained 7. To go up to 7
decision,
to take...
Shifter?
Not a tough decision at all. I really like this player. Wins his own footy, a great size at 186 as well, and as we said, hits the scoreboard when he gets forward.
And especially with the injuries that Gold Coast had last year, they've got stars to come back in every single line, and you add the young talent here with that as well. With GWS, they'd love him if they got him the Gold Coast Suns, and GWS didn't match that bid because of what they've got coming back anyway. But you think you've got Gubby Allen, Adrian Caruso there, they'll match this bid, don't worry.
Well, they didn't have to wait too long. It has been matched. Here's GWS coach Leon Cameron.
GWS Giants, Jacob Hopper. Giants Academy nominee, North Ballarat Rebels, Leighton Witten Crows.
Sando, as we've discussed, lose Trelaw and get this man straight into their lineup. He's a ball-winning bull, an elite extractor who influences games. He's got a lead endurance, he's got strength across the ground, especially in the contest, loves his stoppage and contested work around the ground. He's a natural leader, loves to lead by example, earning All-Australian honours at the Under-18 Championships, voted MVP for New South Wales ACT this year. Ollie Wines, who plays for Port Adelaide over here in South Australia, is very similar to this man here, Jacob Hopper.
A big smile for Jacob Hopper, who is off to the GWS Giants.
I think they need some outside speed, Jason. I think they've got a fantastic squad, obviously really going to push for finals again in 2016, but it's the outside speed I think they need.
Bid pending there.
All right, they have made a bid for one of the Academy kids in Matthew Kennedy.
Yeah, he's a fantastic player. He's a midfielder that can actually spread hard outside. Bit of a bolter shifter this year. Matthew Kennedy, we didn't know much about him at the start of this year.
Yeah, premiership player with Colin Gully. There wouldn't be too many that can claim that then step up to play on the MCG Grand Final day for the Allies, the combined side out of New South Wales.
There's the equation for us, Shifter.
There's the equation. So to lose 34 and 40, need to upgrade to take him at choice 13. So I think it's an easy decision. This boy's really emerged in the last 12 months to be potential start. Coached by Ty Kennelly, the coach of New South Wales ACT at under-18 level. And as I say, a premiership player with his brothers there at Colin Gully.
And I think GWS have made that easy decision. Here's Leon Cameron.
Matthew Kennedy, Giants Academy, Colin Gully, Ashmont, Kapuka Football Club.
It's a great effort. We've had plenty of time to talk about Matthew Kennedy over the last minute while the decision was being made, but great that once again one of the academies has been able to produce a super talent that gets his chance now in the AFL environment.
So a couple of first round selections for the Adelaide Crows, and we have a bid pending here. Harrison Himmelberg.
Well, it's interesting because if the bids just come in, Don Pike's just walking towards the stage, so he must be really confident.
He's very confident that Harrison Himmelberg is going to Adelaide.
Because he is a GWS Academy player, so that'll be interesting to see how this unfolds.
And a boy that starred on the MCG in that Allies game. He won the best on ground medal on the MCG, a 192 centimetre boy from the Riverina, moved into Canberra to play his footy.
And there's a bit involved here too for GWS, lose 48, 50, 53 and 59. Those draft picks that they stockpiled through the trade period move up to 16 and then they move to 61, 64 and 71.
And they've already had to do it a couple of times, GWS, haven't they?
Well, he's back, Jason. Don Pike's come back to the table and Leon Cameron's not there. So whether GWS are going to match this bid, that's probably the first surprise in the draft, Jason. That's a very high bid for Harrison. He's an excellent player, really high energy third tall forward. He's a 19-year-old, so didn't get drafted last year. GWS now obviously looking to match that bid.
And in fact, they have matched the bid because once again, it's Leon Cameron.
Harrison Himmelberg, Giants Academy.
So they've had to use a number of their draft picks, haven't they? And they're very fortunate they stockpiled a number of them, particularly GWS, because it's a couple of times they've had to go to the back pocket to splurge a few picks.
They have, but early on it didn't affect them too much. That's probably the biggest one so far, the surprise of Himmelberg being nominated so early.
Be interesting to see what they do now later in the draft, because they've used 3 picks quite early. Obviously the picks go right out the back now. They've still got some academy players that they'd like to pick up. So time now just to wait and see.
The Melbourne Football Club have been major players throughout tonight, and there's a bid pending.
Yeah, well, I spoke to Darren Denneman, the New South Wales ACT State Talent Manager, and he was very, very bullish on Matthew Flynn and a big rap on him earlier in the year when we chatted. I'd be surprised if GWS passed this one up, particularly to the fact that there's not a lot of ruckman around, and he's a brilliant kid, Matty Flynn, and one that's got better and better over the last couple of years.
And there we go. The bid has been matched.
Yeah, so great work by GWS. They've been able to acquire 4 academy players, which is a great result for their footy club, and also a fantastic result, like I said, for Darren Denneman and New South Wales footy.
Pick 41, GWS Giants, Matthew Flynn, academy nominee, Narandera Football Club.
Pretty big boy too, Sarah, 200 centimetres. He's got a fantastic nature off-field, Matty Flynn, but one of those players that when he gets on the ground, he's certainly a competitive beast. And I know in talking to Darren, he said he could see him developing into a Shane Mumford type down the track.
A lot of clubs were chasing GWS Academy boys, but they didn't get them because GWS answered every time, and they got some terrific young players
They
again.
did, Jason. They matched every bid that came for their players today, but we talked about losing Treloar, but you bring in Jacob Hopper and Matthew Kennedy. They are ready-made AFL midfielders who come in and complement their already strong squad. Expect them to push right up the ladder again next year. I like Harrison Himmelberg. I was surprised the bid came in at 16, but GWS matched it. And then Matthew Flynn, really good young ruckman at pick 41. He was the first ruckman chosen tonight in the draft.